Hi there, hello, and welcome back to my channel. It's been so long since I've said that. So many people asking me, and now, yes, I know everybody says that, but honestly, I do. Drop my hair tutorial. So I wanted to film it for YouTube because I've been meaning to get back into YouTube for quite a while anyway, and I just thought it would be a good fun thing to do. The funny thing about today's video is I totally screwed up. I do my hair, I film it, and you'll see, I decided to do it in a completely different order to how I usually do it. Like, I just did it differently. It's just weird. And also my fringe does not want to behave today. Look, it still looks fine, and I've now upheld my promise of filming my hair tutorial video. Hope you enjoy my very chaotic hair tutorial. I try and let my hair sort of dry as much as possible so it's sort of damp-ish. We have this oil that I put in that my hairdresser gave me that I think is like a little bit of a heat protectant. I do brush my hair when it's wet. I know you're not supposed to, but I blow dry it with this baby. It's the Mermade hair blow dryer brush, a round brush and a normal blow dryer. Takes forever. This one seems to be a whole lot quicker. I've been using it since I got it at Christmas time and it is amazing. I'm gonna come back after I've done that. Okie doke, so that is done. I don't really blow dry that front fringe section. I make sure it's like mostly dry, just slightly damp. And then I pop it in a little Velcro roller. Depending on how much time I have, depending on where I'm going, what I'm doing, this can chop and change a lot. When I don't have time, I will use the Mermade hair spin because it does spin around. So it makes it a lot easier to do quickly. It's great for doing the back and the underneath because the spin kind of gets into the angles that you can't really get into. I just find that the curls, because it's a larger barrel, they don't hold as well. So they might hold throughout a day, but the next day my hair's like completely straight again. Whereas this other method, it still maintains a wave. I've been using this one for years. It is really old. It was just a cheapie from Priceline. It's a smaller barrel and I just find that the curl or the wave holds a lot better. So I tend to have a wave, at least a wave, for quite a few days. And then I just need to sort of maybe re-zhuzh or recurl a few bits on top. A recent addition I have done to my hair sort of routine. So what I used to do is just section off the hair, start at the bottom and work my way up. Now I do section this kind of front piece. I curl it first and then I put it in Velcro rollers because the trend at the moment is that sort of big fluffy hair, and I find that just helps me to get that fluffiness. Another reason for using the spinny one is because I hate burning myself, and I always do now. So I just sort of hold that for about 20 seconds. I sort of leave the ends out just because that's my habit and I don't like to burn myself. All right, so I do that little curl. Then I get my Velcro roller and I sort of, I mean, this may be counterproductive, I don't know, but it seems to work for me. And then I just pop that in there. They're Velcro rollers, so they should stick, but sometimes I will put like a little clip with the sections. Sometimes they're big, sometimes they're small. It just depends on the day. So now that I look sufficiently crazy, we're going to do the rest of the head. So what I'm doing here is just sectioning out this bottom bit. I just use claw clips. I use my Mermade hair for this one because I'm just doing this because it's behind my head. I'm scared of getting burnt and it just saves my arms. I try and do small sections because the curl, you'll see the curls like, because it's a bigger barrel, it's just less corkscrewy, but underneath I don't mind that. I saw once, and I can't remember what it was on, TikTok or something, because I always used to get those dents in my head when I used that thing. But if you face the little tongy bit away from you, so I always face it front towards the mirror, you don't get a dent. Oh, of course. And I tried it and it works. So I am not one to try and reinvent the wheel. I'm doing another section now and putting them in rollers. And of course, I'm chatting away, chit-chatting away. I forgot to press record. Let me try and say what I think I was saying. First off, the rollers at the front of my head make it hard to see what I'm doing at the back of my head. But we just go by feel. It does make me worried when I'm doing stuff like that that I'm gonna burn myself. This might look like it takes a long time. If I have less time, I just do things a bit differently. I'll take smaller sections, larger sections, or like I said, I'll use the Mermade curler. But that's another reason why I like to do it the night before going somewhere or on a weekend, because then the kids are in bed or my husband's home. If they're occupied, it obviously makes it a lot easier, and it just means I use it as a little bit of a chill out time. My hair just feels a bit gross when it has too much product in, so I tend not to use a lot. Another section. I just remembered I did this backwards. This is how I used to do it. So I used to go bottom to top. When I put the rollers in, I usually go top to bottom, because then I don't end up like this. But I've stuffed it up. I just made it hard for myself. I've got some rollers left, so I'm gonna just reheat up the bottom here, and I'm gonna put rollers in the bottom as well. See, this is the thing. I did it the wrong way round. What a schmozzle. I will come back when it's time to take them out, and hopefully it's worked. It's time to take the rollers out. This is the time when I start worrying that maybe I've wasted my time doing this. And because I filmed it and stuffed it up, I also worry. I don't always do this. Sometimes I'll just leave the curls all corkscrewy and wait for them to cool, and then I'll just brush them out with my paddle brush. Isn't it funny that we want fluffy hair nowadays, when that used to be absolutely the opposite of what we wanted? Trends, and I like to say sort of I don't follow trends, but I mean you do follow trends, because you see things on people and you go, oh, I actually like that style, I'm going to try that style. And so it's not about I'm trying it because it's trendy, you're trying it because you've seen it on someone and you like it. I take them out not very carefully. I know I probably shouldn't just rip them out. Hairdressers are probably looking at me going, no! Once I take them out, I sort of reform the curl with my hand. I'm just gonna gently clip these back. Let's see what we're working with. Let me just give it a little zhuzh. This side always looks good, and then this side just doesn't know how to behave. See, but see this little bit, for some reason, it just doesn't. See how that looks beautiful and swoopy, and then this bit, just, it's like it doesn't know. We'll just leave that for a minute. Instead of brushing them out, instead of anything, I do this. Ready? And then just brush through with my fingers. This is where I get a little bit more of that hair oil. Just kind of brush it through. It was never going to be perfect because I filmed it. So it was never going to be the best I've ever done my hair, because I was filming it. There's a few bits and bobs that I'll just re-curl. And if I feel like it needs like a little zhuzh, I'll just sort of re-curl it. Nobody's perfect. We're never going to get it perfect every time, right? Sometimes it's going to look great. sometimes it's gonna look awful. And, you know, then we just fix it. A lot of you will say that this is counterproductive. You already curled your hair, Breeahn. Now you're having to do it again to fix your mistakes. But what I say to you is, I don't always have to do this. It's just because I filmed it. Because the fringe doesn't know how to behave, I will sometimes give it a little curl, just so it's got a little bit of shape. While it's hot, I get my little comb. Honestly, the fringe is the bane of my existence, the bane Marie of my existence, because I can never get it right. Try so hard. This is what I'll do sometimes. Do a little curl, and then I get the middle part of the fringe, so not the whole fringe, just the middle part, and I put one of these in while it's warm. And then I leave that in until, well, sometimes I'll drive to my destination with it in, if I'm so inclined. Oh, I probably should show you the back. I have no idea what the back looks like, but you get to see it. Does it look good? Ooh, I low-key love this look. It can't stay like that, but I love it. See how that, like, okay. So doing that extra little roller bit, now the fringe looks better. But do you know what will happen? I will keep playing with it, and then it won't look good anymore. So I brushed it through. Just gonna, why is it always this side? That is how I do my hair. People were asking, gave the people what they wanted. I returned back to my YouTube channel. Whether or not you'll see videos, lots more videos, I don't know. Maybe hit the subscribe button, and if I get a few more subscribers, I'll make some more videos, and let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this. I'm just gonna like look on this side because this side's a bit better. So this side hair better, but eyebrows this side better. Why? Anyway, I'll see you in the next video.